Hello, and welcome to Cardboard and Plastic. Today's video is a quick mail day, and plus the majority of this video is dedicated to our hobby president, President Mangini, who requested that everybody make a video about making this hobby wonderful, and also tagging another sports card channel. So one thing to make this hobby wonderful, and let's get the negativity out right away, and that's kind of where I have been with the hobby is, I used to concentrate on just trying to help people not get ripped off, help people understand scammers and stay away from the gambling, but we can't control that. And I think that's one of the big things in the hobby that I just came to realize is we shouldn't worry about the negative stuff, right? It's going to happen. We can't control it. And I know a lot of videos have been made about the cost of wax, breaking, gambling, all these horrific things in the hobby. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do as a hobby to stop it. We could try our best when we see bad things out there to try to help people. But we have a company, Fanatics, who bought Topps, and they're here to make money at any cost, right? So they are trying to control every aspect of the card, and they're frankly doing a great job. So they don't really want you to have the products. Sure, they'll make base Topps, but even things like Topps Heritage and stuff is through the roof right now. I wouldn't even pay that, and I love those products. And what Fanatics has done is, they really just want to sell their products to breakers. And the reason for that is, they also have a business called Fanatics Live. So they sell the wax to Fanatics Live, to Fanatics breakers, which break the product on Fanatics Live, and they get another revenue stream from that. And then those breakers will take those cards and grade them with CGC for their customers or PSA. And then they'll get the products back, and then they'll sell them on, guess what? Fanatics Collect. So it's basically this control that Fanatics has is they have their hands in the breaking, they have their hands in the flipping, they get a revenue from each of those transactions. So we can't stop it. There's gambling involved with these huge bounties, ridiculous amounts. And people think they're going to have $1 million card being opened in a pack. The other negative stuff, we got mystery packs where people are making a lot of money just selling you unregulated packs of cards that you don't even know what's in them. They could be giving all their hits to their best friends and just on purpose giving you complete garbage. So as a hobby, we just got to kind of concentrate on the positives. And the positives are, there's a lot of cards that aren't in packs, they're not in mystery packs, and we could buy them, enjoy them, and appreciate them. So that's what the rest of this video is about. Quick mail day. Here's a card that I just recently bought, and typically I don't buy these. There is a version that's a stamped pack pulled, and that's what I like. I like the pack pulled autos, but this one I bought for two reasons. Number one, the price, $20. Number two, has the inscription on it with the Hall of Fame. 1973. So that goes into my Hall of Fame PC autograph collection. And I've been buying a lot of Warren Spahn. I think I'm just going to try to collect almost every single card he has. So here's another mail day. And this is a 1951 Bowman. By the way, the 1950 is exactly the same. And I actually have the 1949, which is the same exact picture. So like the 1949, 50, 51 is the same card. So with this card, Double D would hate this one. The centering's not perfect. Some people would hate it because of the rounded corners. I love it because of one thing. I really want great registration for my cards. So if we take a look at this card, the colors, the surface, there's no creases at all through the part of the card that I look at, right? So we got the frame here. And that card inside the frame is absolutely gorgeous. So this is one thing where we have cards like this, and I typically grade a lot of cards, and I'm going to grade this card. I think it's going to be well worth grading this card. However, that card, I know what it's going to grade. It's somewhere between a 2.5 to a 3, and that's what it's going to get. And is it worth grading? Well, not really, because I'm going to have to pay $20 to get that card graded. And here is a card that didn't make my grade pile. And if you take a look, I mean, it's perfect centering. Has a couple of issues, but like, this is the thing. If you want to grade cards, you need to have experience, right? So I'll be better about this too. So if anybody in the comments wants to put down like opinions about if they should grade cards, or even send me messages, emails with pictures of cards, I could actually try to give you some feedback. And we should be supportive of each other in this hobby. And this card, if you hold under light, right? First of all, we have little print marks, right? And if you take a look, it's really hard. Do you see that little tiny? This is not a crease. This is kind of like a little tiny indent. And a lot of times, right, these cards were stored under pressure with rubber bands. So this card is not worth $20 to grade, right? It's a $15, $20 card. They're very common, the 1959 tops, 1969. However, I could sell this card $15, $20 raw. And then if I grade it, that's $20. So then it's like a $40. But then, like, for this card to make sense to grade, you've got to take a look at comps, things like that. Look at other cards with similar centering. Really, it's got to be a 7 to grade this card. And this card's not going to get a 7. It's going to probably get right around a 5, right? So how do I grade this card? For $3, which I can do. All we do is we can get a case just like this. The Zion cases are absolutely great. You could put your own label. You could grade it yourself if you want it. I'm going to put in here a Hall of Fame logo, 1969 tops, Ernie Banks. That's it. And that is going to go into my PC until I can find a card that I can grade. And eventually, then I'll just break it out of that case and sell that card. So, as a hobby, to make this wonderful, we can actually demand products like this. And specifically, I heard that they wanted to make Zion cases with cutouts for like T206, T205, 1950 Bowman, 1951 Bowman. Play ball, right? If they made those for, I would buy probably over 100 cases if they made them specifically fit the 1951 tops red and blue back, right? Because I don't want to spend $10 a card to grade those, $20 a card, but I would spend $2 to $3 a card to have those all in cases. So Zion, if you're watching, let's help make this hobby great. Let's make some special cases so we don't have to send borderline cards like that into SGC for $20. We could pay you $2 to $3 for a slab. Now, there's also cards that, like this. Like, this is not a gradable card. This is a $4 card. People grade cards like this. You're going to add no value to the card. This is a top loader card, right? And so it has some issues and things. Maybe if it was perfectly mint, it would get an 8, 9 from PSA. It would be worth grading, money-wise. So this is something that, if you have any questions, just reach out to people that you can trust, people that know cards. And if you're new to the hobby, new to grading, when I was new to the hobby, fortunately, all the mistakes I made, it didn't really matter because I started back with the boom. Everything was going up. So if I graded a card, even if it got a grade lower than I expected, the cards were just going up so I could like sell it even for a profit at that point. Now, if you grade cards, you spend $20 a card, you could take a bath. You could just lose value for all of the cards. And I mean, spend $500 grading and lose $500. So experience costs money these days. And so for a shout out, it's actually going to be a shout out for a channel that has a lot of viewers now, and kind of almost a little bit of an apology. So Graig from Midlife Sports Cards, this is the shout out for their channel. And in the past, I kind of gave him a hard time for always making videos about the prices of cards. And for me, that was just something that kind of irked me, but I really didn't see his intention behind why he was doing it. And really, he's just kind of showing you that there's a lot of cards that are absolutely amazing that you could buy graded for under $50 and really have a fun time collecting those cards. So I personally understand now where he was coming from, but in the beginning, you know, it's just like I just saw dollar sign after dollar sign after dollar sign in these videos, and I don't really collect with a dollar sign in my head, but I kind of do a little bit, right, with grading. I kind of put a dollar sign in my head there, but even if a card grades higher than I expect, I mean, I just keep it, right? I have cards that are silly high. I have cards that are worth like $2,000 because PSA said they're a 10. And if they were a 9, they're $200. I should really sell those cards, but I like the cards, so I just keep them. But Graig for Midlife, I apologize for some of my comments in the past. You are doing a great job for the hobby, and really just the positivity. And I think I need more of that in my videos and stop focusing on all the negativity, things that I can't control. So in the comments below, if you have any questions about grading, let me know. And as always, have a great day and keep on collecting.